In today's episode, Natchi asks, where did his question go here? What is the best way to estimate YouTube Ads KPIs performance for a certain budget, duration, etc.? So this is a fairly common question when it comes to YouTube advertising. What is it going to cost? Same for Google Ads. What's it going to cost? What kind of performance can you expect? And there's a couple different answers based on what you're currently doing with your ads account. The easiest way to get started is if you're already running ads and there's enough data inside Google Ads. Let's go ahead and flip over here. So this is a look at the campaign budget simulator, which is built into Google Ads in the web interface. I'm using a screenshot here because there's a whole bunch of client stuff can't be showing off. But this is what the campaign budget simulator looks like when you've got an ad campaign, a video ad campaign running, because all Google Ads run through the same central platform. You will get a little icon next to either the budget or the cost per view column, depending on whether you're in campaigns or ad groups. And it'll show you, hey, based on the last X number of days of data that has been in place from your campaign running, here are the likely results you could get for your video campaign. Based on different levels of budget. And you can type in a different budget number there and see what kinds of performance you could reasonably expect. This is probably the best tool to use, but it obviously requires you to already be running some ads. So you at least want to get some ads in flight, even if they're not huge budget numbers, just so that Google Ads has enough data to give you some estimates. And if it doesn't have enough data, it will tell you so. It'll say, like, I don't have enough data available from existing ad performance to give you those insights. Now, that's if you already got something running. What about if you don't have something running in flight? Well, the answer to that is a lot less clear. One of the things you'll have to take a look at is, are there data points that you could infer some of this information from? And the answer is yes, sort of, but nowhere near as clearly or as cleanly as Google gives you for campaigns running. So your best bet is always to have campaigns running. One option, a very simple one, obviously, is to go into tools like Google Trends just to get a sense of even volume. Is anybody at all searching for this thing? One of the things Google Trends allows you to do is do YouTube search. So in there, you can then get a comparison to say, like, okay, how does this look over time? And you can choose the region you're in. You can choose the date range. Let's do, just for fun here, ham sandwich versus turkey sandwich on YouTube. And just get a sense of, is there any search volume at all? Sometimes, depending on what you're working on, there may not even be volume. Let's take a look at this. Ham sandwich. Chipotle mayo, right, as a very specific term. And in that case, there's an indicator there that the campaign probably is not going to do a whole lot. If that's the core term that people would be searching for on YouTube, like, yeah, it's not really a there. The other tools that you can use is many of different SEO tools. This one is RFs. Many different SEO tools allow you to choose YouTube as one of the channels to look at least keyword performance to see, like, what kind of search volume is there, what kind of a click volume is there, and get a sense of what do these keywords look like on a click basis, volume basis, etc. Now, there's no costs in here, but you could at least get a sense of, okay, is there enough volume on YouTube to at least infer, okay, if I know I'm going to pay, say, $1 a click, right? What is that going to look like? If it's 1,200 clicks on a monthly basis, then it's probably going to be about $1,200. That's a starting point to at least give you a sense of, okay, what should I be investing up front to get those ads started? And then once they get started, then you go back to the Google Campaign Simulator and say, okay, now that I've got at least some money in the system, I didn't just put a credit card with no limit in there, then you can start doing the simulator to understand that performance. So those would be the better ways to estimate upfront. There aren't any good tools that I know of that will give you really solid estimates because A, Google keeps a lot of that data fairly close to the vest, and B, video performance in particular is seems to be a little more fickle than regular keyword search performance, because the YouTube search algorithms and the YouTube video selection algorithms there's a lot more ebb and flows, a lot more things that swing pretty wildly. A video can be put up and do astonishingly well, and then obviously if that video is monetized, then the ads that show in it will vary wildly as well. So there's more volatility in YouTube than there is typically in Google search. So it's one of the reasons why there aren't easy calculators on the web that you could use to make these inferences. You have to just kind of do your best estimates up front and hope that it's enough to convince somebody to invest some money and then use the appropriate tools. So that's the best way I've got for right now. I would love to hear if you are in Google Ads Pro specific to YouTube ads. What is it that you use? Leave it in the comments if you've got some useful tips for doing those estimates. We can certainly ask some of our friends who also work at agencies to see what it is that those places do as well. But those are my best suggestions right now. If you got follow-up questions on this, leave them in the comments box below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and the newsletter, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Want help solving your company's data, analytics, and digital marketing problems? Visit trustinsights.ai today and let us know how we can help you.